the more money you start to make, the harder it's going to be for you to find a partner, because we as women like to date up. Usually we want someone who makes the same amount of money as us or more, whereas men usually date down. They are not hypergamous like we are. So a guy who's making the same amount of cash as you or more will usually have no issue dating a Starbucks barista if she's super cute and makes him feel like the biggest man on campus.
That's like the Miley Cyrus version of Kevin Samuels. Ain't that crazy? She's saying the same exact thing. Think about it. What she's saying is women are hypergamous by nature, which we all know, right? We all know that a woman that is at the top of her career, at the top of her financial earnings in her life, she is not going to date a man that works in Starbucks as a barista. She wouldn't even want to date a bus driver.
What is the difference between a woman that wants to be a wife versus a woman that just wants a husband?
Oh, you know what? I think most of us are bred to just want a husband, whereas to be groomed and trained to be a wife means to understand how to respect masculine energy, how to truly be inside of your feminine, which means trusting the leadership of your partner, because feminine chooses certainty. Feminine doesn't choose flow, because feminine is flow, right? Feminine energy. When we choose to understand that it is our biggest opportunity to seek out the needs of a man without him expressing them, I think a beautiful opportunity for us to empower that man and ride through the storms. I feel like we live in a weak generation where things get hard and people immediately are like, oh, I quit, this is too hard. And that's like, it's never going to hinder you the result you want. If you keep quitting, it's to be groomed as a wife means it's compassion, it's longevity. That's where marriage starts. When you get married, you say, I do, it starts. Whereas other people, it's like when you get married, I made it. No, you didn't make it. You hate that man. You hate that woman. Y'all can't stand each other. You don't care enough to not disrespect each other or call each other out of your own name. You don't care enough to not want to sleep on opposite sides of the bed when there's a problem. You don't care enough to have the hard conversation so that you can move together more powerfully. That's just to have a husband. But when you want to be a wife, things are different, in my opinion.
That's very true.
You know, I feel like in order to love a man or anyone properly, respecting them first is important. And I say this because I dealt with men I did and didn't respect, and because of this, I loved them differently. You know, I was an immature, disrespectful type of woman, and I didn't care to change any of these things. Now, as this immature woman, when I found a man I respected, I found ways to mature because I knew he didn't tolerate this type of behavior. You know, I was disrespectful during arguments or talking shit on social media, and I had to learn how to use a better choice of words and communicate my issues with him instead of going to social media. And, you know, I had to reassure him even after arguments that I still had the desire to care for him in every area. Or even if we had problems outside of home, could I offer him solutions? So, mind you, when I just loved, I didn't do these type of things or make the necessary adjustments. And not only that, I didn't know what I could offer a man until I respected one.
Ladies, the number one thing you could give any man over any type of love you're trying to show him is respect. You give a man respect, he'll give you the world. Here's the thing. You can love me all day and still turn around and disrespect me. But once you respect me, we can love each other to the end. And that's just how it goes. All I care about, and I tell my wife this all the time, you can love me all day, but that respect will make me give you the world. We can ride this out, and that's what it is. And I truly believe when women really understand that about men, we'll be in a way better position together.
White women go to college to find their husband. Black women go to prove they don't need one.
Oh my God!
Now listen, as harsh as that sounds, there is validity in that statement. Have y'all ever heard of ring by spring? If you look like me, you probably haven't. If you don't look like me, you probably have, because that's a thing in our lighter friends community. Ring by spring is apparently a goal for our lighter toned friends to get a proposal before graduation in the spring. And then, you know what? Last night, I saw a movie. There's a movie called Ring by Spring. I'm gonna have to go watch it. But it's a thing. Don't worry, we're gonna touch on the black women go to prove they don't need one in a different video.
Yo, this is not a surprise. I mean, a lot of our sisters, they go to school and all they can focus on is graduating and focusing on their career. I mean, their mothers taught them to be that way. So this is nothing like, you know, that we should be like, oh my God, I can't believe our women are doing that. White women are not like that. Other races of women aren't like that. They go to school and the mindset is you're young, you're at your most fertile, solidify a husband. So this way in your 20s, you can have a family, you can have a big family, and you can move on with your life. But our women were taught that you can't trust a black man. So the fact that you can't trust us it's almost like, nah, don't do much to try to put your eggs in a basket with one. Go to school, build yourself up, and then later on, that man will come along. Well, here you go in your 40s, 50s, and you're on the Kendra G show looking for a man. What a shame. But anyways, it is what it is in our community. And I don't know if it'll ever change. I pray that our women start to look at black men with value and say, hey, listen, these men are worth it. Let me put my best foot forward. Let me show them that feminine side that they need in order for them to want to marry us. Till then, see you in your 50s.
Ladies, the more money you start to make, the harder it's going to be for you to find a partner because we as women like to date up. Usually we want someone who makes the same amount of money as us or more, whereas men usually date down. They are not hypergamous like we are. So a guy who's making the same amount of cash as you or more will usually have no issue dating a Starbucks barista if she's super cute and makes him feel like the biggest man on campus. You probably are not going to date a Starbucks barista, let's be real. So this can mean that your dating pool is smaller. Also, you're competing with women who are probably younger than you because to get to the point you've gotten to financially takes time. And they're more malleable, easily impressed, they're more in their feminine energy, maybe they're pretty. So you have a lot more competition as well. So what can you do to separate yourself from the pack? A few things. First, recognize that you're probably operating in your masculine energy, and men that you're going for do not want that. So you have to lean into your femininity. I have a whole course dedicated to this. It's linked in my bio. Check it out. Second is you have to start investing in your appearance because the more money a man makes, the more he's going to prioritize that. He already has his wealth. He's looking for a feminine asset who looks good on his arm. So spend the money you're making on things like personal training, estheticians, cosmetic procedures, whatever you got to do. And third, a lot of you don't want to hear this, but date older, okay? Because there's less competition with the older guys.
That's like the Miley Cyrus version of Kevin Samuels. Ain't that crazy? She's saying the same exact thing. Think about it. What she's saying is women are hypergamous by nature, which we all know, right? We all know that a woman that is at the top of her career, at the top of her financial earnings in her life, she is not going to date a man that works in Starbucks as a barista. She wouldn't even want to date a bus driver. With that being said, in return, men are different. You'll see a man and he'll be a multi-millionaire. He's not gonna really care about his wife being a millionaire. Why? Because men know that if you were to get pregnant, you're not gonna work. You, 9 times out of 10, want me to pay all the bills. So if I'm paying all the bills, you're not working, why would your career matter to me? Knowing that, ladies, what this woman is saying, the female Kevin Samuels, the Miley Cyrus version, she's trying to tell you to get yourself in your most feminine form. Get yourself fit, stay in shape, be friendly, be soft, and then that gives you the best chance to solidify the man that you say that you want. So ladies, are you gonna listen to her? That she said it as opposed to a black man? I hope so.
Cannot be black and proud and niggas too. White folks are planning for 3 generations and we're planning for Saturday night. The goal for us is to win, not to look like we're winning. I would rather carry a plastic bag with $5,000 in it than to carry a $5,000 Louis Vuitton bag with $100 in it. You just looking like you winning. You ain't winning. Louis Vuitton is winning, Nike's winning, Armani is winning, Gucci's winning. It is interesting to me that the rich stay rich by pretending to be poor, and the poor stay poor by pretending to be rich. And if we do not fix this level of financial illiteracy, lots of reasons why we are at the bottom of every single economic statistic that matters.
It took me 6 years to learn this, but I will teach it to you in 1 minute. 1. Life doesn't wait for you to be okay. Get up every day and keep pushing through. 2. Ensure you take good care of yourself. If anything happens to you, the world will move on. 3. If you don't work to build your own life, someone will hire you and give you purpose. 4. Work in silence. Celebrate in private. Be silent. 5. Don't regret your past. Just learn from it and improve. 6. Nobody cares. Work hard to get better each day. 7. Free yourself from society's advice. Most of them have zero idea of what they're doing. 8. Master your emotions. A calm mind can handle any situation. 9. If you find someone better than you, don't compete. Instead, work together. 10. You're at peace with yourself when you mind your business.
Fellas, here's a hard lesson in life. No one's coming to save you. No one will pick you up off that ground if you're homeless. No one will give you a slice of bread when you're hungry. You gotta go out there and get what you need in life. You gotta go out there and work hard. You gotta go out there and become the best version of yourself. Don't allow anyone to get in the way of your purpose. The woman you laying next to every night, if something would have happened to you today, she may mourn you for a few months to a year, and eventually her friends will start getting into her ear, and she's gonna move on. So if you live your life going against your purpose, you're only doing yourself a disservice. Focus on yourself. Build yourself up. Become the best version of you. So this way you can leave a legacy for your children. You can pass down things that your mother and father could not pass down to you. And if you were fortunate enough to have those things, you can learn to maintain and continue to build on top of what was given to you to where you can build an empire. But fellas, focus on your purpose. Don't let anyone get in your way. Do not get distracted. Do not fall off. Because always remember, no one is coming to save you. Anyways, like, comment, and subscribe. Stay in tune. I'll see y'all on the next one.